All right, so we have trigonometry 3.1 radian. This is going to be part 1. This is actually really easy. So I'm going to show you guys a simple way of doing it on your calculator also. So, because a lot of people have trouble with fractions, and we're going to make the fractions work on this. Okay, radian angle with those vertex at the center intercepts an arc of the circle, equation of the length of the radius, has measure of 1 radian. So you're not going to need that part. You're going to need this part right here. So to go multiply, so we're going from, convert to radians. We're going to multiply by pi over 180. To convert to degrees, I multiply by 180 over pi. Yes, you guys just so happened, for some reason, started doing this in chapter 1. Yeah, wow. So, okay. Now, convert this one to radian. So, I'm going to multiply this by what?
Pi. 180 over 180 over pi. 45 over 180. Yeah, pi over 180.
45 times pi over 180. Now, if I'm doing this, I'm going to show you guys how to do it on the calculator so you will not mess up your fraction. If you put in the pi button in the calculator, it's going to give you a decimal no matter what. So, instead of putting pi, you could just put 1 or just put it off to the side. So, one way of writing it would be 45 over 180 times pi. So put the pi off to the side. Treat it like if it's a variable. So your calculator is already automatically set up to change it into a fraction. Always set up for a fraction. Just put 45 over 180, hit enter.
Is it in degrees or radians? Where's pi?
It doesn't matter. Degrees or radian right now.
Give me a fraction.
Yes, what's the fraction?
1 over 4.
1 over 4. So 1 over 4, so it's going to be 1 over 4, but the 1 over 4 times pi. So 1 times pi is just going to be pi. So I would call this just pi over 4. Yeah, if you put in the pi, it's going to mess it up.
So just leave it as pi.
So no pi.
Okay. Now, the next one. Same thing, converting. Negative 270 times pi over 180. So again, do the exact same thing you just did for that previous one. Negative 270 over 180 with the pi off to the side. 3 pi over 2.
Oh my god, this is so much easier. That's like I was even listening to music.
We're not allowed
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so keep going. Next one. This one right here. So it's going to give you a wonky decimal or a wonky fraction because you have a decimal in it already. So it's going to be 249.8 times pi over 180 equals 249.8 over 180, and the pi off to the side.
And then
Mr. Candice, can you please try it?
Now, this one came up weird, didn't it? Okay, because this one comes up weird like that, you're not going to get a fraction out of this. You're not going to get a fraction out of this. So these ones that already have a decimal, you could already do it as a decimal. So just multiply it out. So now in this one, just put all this in, put the pi in there with it. Put the pi in there with it. What do you get, like 4 point something?
4.335, 4 point, wait, we're going to
4.35.
4.35 is 35.9.
35.
35.9.
There we go. There we go. Is that pretty easy?
Yeah, that's easy.
Calculator helps out, especially with the fractions.
No.
Put pi next to it.
No. You know why there's no pi next to it?
You plug it in.
Because we put in pi, didn't we?
Wait,
Yes.
you don't round it, mister?
Huh?
So it's not gonna be 4.36.
Yeah, no, we did round that.
Alright.
Okay, yes.
I got 1.38.
Did you times the pi? Put the pi in it because we already have a decimal. So times the pi.
Do this already?
Yeah, when you already have decimals. When you already have decimals, you multiply it. Okay. Okay, convert each one to radian. So now, what am I going to multiply by to convert it to radian? 180 over pi. 180 over pi. So it's going to be 9 pi over 4 times 180 over pi. What's going to happen to those pi's?
They cancel.
Cancel.
So 9 times 180 over 4.
Which gives you
405.
4 over.
405 degrees.
Yeah, 405.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, same thing for the next one. I'm going to multiply by 180 over pi.
What is it?
It's gonna be -150.
Okay, pi's cancel.
Over 6.
Negative
That's just negative.
150.
That's negative 1.
Negative 150 degrees. All right, so let's take a look at the next one. It already has a decimal, doesn't it? So it's really not going to cancel out, is it? The pi's not going to cancel it. So it's going to be 4.25, right, times 180 over pi. So you're going to have to actually enter that in this time because you don't have a pi to cancel out here. So you're going to end up getting a decimal out of this anyway.
So,
Should looks like it's like 200 something.
It might be,
What is it?
43 degrees.
Okay. What's wrong?
Why does the paper say 30 minutes?
253.
They probably converted the decimals.
Do I need?
Why does it say
No,
253?
it doesn't say what to convert to. So it doesn't say what to round to. It doesn't say degrees, minutes, seconds. It doesn't say any of that.
It says 243. It says 243.
what'd you get?
Yeah, 243 here, but it's 243 there. It's a typo.
Yeah, but we don't want it.
Okay.
Five.
All right. No units measured, specified. Then the angle is understood to be in radians. So if it doesn't say anything, you don't have a degree symbol. Therefore, it has to be in radians. Okay. All right. So some basic things right here. It's going to help you out later on. Okay. There is your unit circle. I already gave you guys a copy of the unit circle, right? The green one?
yeah.
Huh?
I never got one.
Stop ditching my class then.
Yeah, I didn't get one either.
Actually, you did.
No.
Yeah, you left it on your desk. I even wrote your name on it too because I knew you were going to forget it.
Where is it then?
Uh-huh.
Where is it?
All right. So let's go with this next one. So you have the last sheet, the last slide right there. Now, 2 pi over 3. Now we know tangent is what over what?
Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Or it's y over x.
Y over x, right?
Oh, we're doing that again.
Or sine over cosine, right?
Yep.
Now, go on the unit circle that you guys have right there. It's on the slide.
I can't read that tiny.
That's why I gave you guys that other one. It's green.
Oh my goodness, here.
I can't read that.
Okay, complain about it. See if it helps more.
Do you want me to?
I'm pretty sure I don't need to encourage you to.
Well, you said you have mine and you won't give it to me.
Just give her.
Okay, so at 2 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, what is the y value at 2 pi over 3? Rad 3 over 2? What is the x value? What is the x value at that next one?
So we're looking at the y is
Negative 1/2, right?
Whoa, it can seem big. You can do it on the paper, you can know. Yeah, I got it. Good.
Listen. Okay, you guys need to be on task. I'm telling you, this is killing me here.
Sorry.
So, for this one, 2 pi over 3, it's right here. Okay, on the unit circle I gave you guys, it actually had that value. It had these, the green sheet. Okay, when I'm done with here, I might actually have some more. So, I can't have fraction over fraction, so I have to clean that up. So, it's going to be rad 3 over 2, and I multiply by the reciprocal. What's going to be the reciprocal?
2 over rad.
Negative 2 over 1, right? Those cancel, so I'm left with negative rad 3. So we found the value, negative rad 3. All right, 3 pi over 2. Where's 3 pi over 2 on the unit circle? 270, right? It's straight down, isn't it?
Yep.
Straight down. Sine is which value? The y or the x? Sine is the y, right? What's the y value at?
-1.
There we go.
And then it's over 1 r.
Yeah, so it's just be -1, right? Okay, so cosine. Cosine is the x value. So we're going to go backwards on this one. So negative 4 pi over 3.
Wouldn't that be?
Okay, 4 pi over 3. Watch this.
Wouldn't that
Okay.
be 60 degrees is?
Negative 1 over 2.
Negative 3 over 2 because you're looking for the y.
No, but he said he's going back.
You look.
Okay, so we're going to go backwards on this now. Because it's a negative. Negative 4 pi over 3. So watch this. This is a pi over 3, right?
Yeah.
That's a pi over 3 because it's over 3. There's 1 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. 3 pi over 3. What is 3 divided by 3?
1.
That's just 1 pi, isn't it? Okay, and now over here, go up to another one. That's going to be 4 pi over 3. That's the negative. I'm going backwards, right? Negative. So it's going to put me right here at that. Counting backwards. 1 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3.
Then where'd you get that negative?
Okay, if I go forward, it's positive, right?
But you were going up. You were going forward.
See this right here?
Yes.
The negative says I'm going backwards. The negative goes backwards, positive goes forward. So negative goes clockwise, where positive goes counterclockwise. So, counting by thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let her know, Mr. 8.
Right there.
Oh, because that's 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Okay, so now from that, given that, so we're going to use this value right here. The same value at 2 pi over 3. So that's going to ask for the cosine. What is the cosine at 2 pi over 3?
Negative 1 over 2.
Negative 1 over 2.
doing it today.
Yep. So I want you guys finish this assignment by the end of class.